So how did Occupy ELAC start?
It's basically started out of frustrated students about the budget cuts and fee hikes. Our course sections keep getting cut while they expect us to pay more. So in essence, they want us to pay more to get less. So that's basically was the catalyst for this movement.
And then you said that there was some collaboration with you and another student. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, absolutely. This was actually the brainchild of Angie Ricon, who's the president of the Feminist Club, and the president of the Political Science Club, SB, and got together with my club, FIRE, Fighting Intensely for Resources for Education, because we were both working on fighting the budget cuts and fee hikes, and then we met each other and we collaborated to do a rally and a march to kick off this event.
And when did that happen?
That was October 31st on Halloween.
On Halloween?
Yeah.
So did you guys actually start setting up like camp that day, or was it the day afterwards?
It was that morning. We had roughly, I believe, about 3 tents at that time. We had our kickoff in the afternoon, and the occupation started on that day with only a couple students, and it's steadily grown in the last 37 days or so.
What made you guys pick like an occupation setup like this? Why not just start a blog? Why not just do something a little bit more subtle? Why Occupy?
We're obviously in solidarity with the Occupy movement nationwide. Granted that we feel that the budget cuts and fee hikes are due to revenue issues that the state's having, and in solidarity with the Occupy movement, the reason why the state's in the budget crisis it's in is because of Wall Street and the financial industry. So it all ties back to why we were in such the Great Recession, and why public funding keeps getting.
And what kind of students like do you get coming in here? Like, do you get mostly like leftist students, like right-wing students? Like, is there like a certain like demographic that's drawn to this, or no?
For the most part, East Los Angeles College is like any college campus, a little bit more lefty, a little bit more progressive. Yeah, most everyone here is progressive, but we get students of all kinds, different majors, different nationalities, perhaps even varying political views. But one thing we do all agree on is that we have to keep education affordable.
Tell me about your feminist group, because he was telling me how you guys collaborated on the occupation.
Yeah, first it was kind of like an idea. Like, I always tell the girls because we're mainly girls, we have like 2 males, but they don't count. I'm just kidding. We kind of run with the ideas that people bring in, our members, whatever they bring in. So I came up with the idea for combining it with the UFCW strikes and the Occupy movements. So I came up to them like, hey, we should do this because the unit's gonna go up. And yeah, they were all cool for it. We just ran with it. We went to administration. We started getting permits. We started like looking into.
Was it hard to do that?
No, it wasn't. We're in the favorites here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they just basically we just needed to fill out a lot of stuff, liability, where we were gonna settle down, who was gonna be in charge of what, did we have roles. So yeah, like it was pretty easy, just like going in there and talking to them.
So you're actually in charge of everything here?
Not in charge of everything, more like the main facilitator, but other than that, I kind of like the idea of like everyone has their own talents and everyone brings something in, so why not run with what you know? And if it applies to what we're doing, then it's even better.
Just be modest.
And I'm pretty sure you have more to say. You're being modest, I respect.
I'm being modest.
So why did you guys pick this spot though? Because I noticed it's by well, you guys have been having construction like since the dawn of times. Ever since I've been driving past here, like always like something about this.
Yeah, actually they gave us this spot. We didn't really have a choice or a say in where we were gonna be. We kind of wanted the grass area, but we heard about the problems that we're having to Occupy LA with it already. So we're like, hey, we'll take the dirt. So that way
you're not killing anything.
Yeah, we're not killing anything. So if anything, some of the members are like planting plants and stuff. So we're not hurting any kind of like grass that has to grow.
So I've been wanting to ask this question like just to the student body, but I guess this could go for both of you. What did you guys think about when the whole Occupy Wall Street movement started?
Well, the whole Occupy was like, damn, crazy people out there. But I was like, yes, it's coming to LA. I'm gonna go out there. We were out there the first night, the first week. Then I was like, I could do this at school. We could like focus on education, our budget cuts, and like our books. So that's where I got the idea. I was like, oh, we're gonna do this over there. I was all for it. Excited.
That's cool. Then what was your reaction?
I was excited. I thought it was about time that this country had a frank discussion on income inequities. And when Angie and actually Mike Sanchez was another one that came to me and said, hey, we want to occupy ELAC. And at first I was like, wow, that's kind of a crazy idea, but I'll support it. And as it came closer and I saw how well organized it was very exciting. It was like finally that we can start a mini revolution on campus and hopefully a full-on revolution across the country.
Wow.
Expanding.
Taking over the world?
Yeah. One community college at a time.
Oh yeah, that's another question I was gonna ask. I've asked you this separately, but have you guys heard of like any other campuses, like specifically community colleges that are about to do this?
Yes. On our third week, I think San Bernardino Valley Community College came down here and they're like, we're planning to occupy, and we kind of gave them pointers. We told them where to go to get a permit, because they were just gonna like jump on it and occupy. But it's better to get permits and like to actually talk to people and see like what you need. Because right now they're saying we're one of the spoiled like occupy moments, because we have electricity and the school provided us with showers. Mm-hmm. So it's all about negotiating and asking. If you don't ask, then how do you know you're gonna get it?
And do you even know if they have been occupying?
I know Riverside started.
Community college?
Yeah.
Out of 112 community colleges in the state, I really only know about perhaps 3. City College in San Francisco, I heard, has one. Apparently Riverside. I was mistaken to think Santa Monica, but that was just a rally. And then us. And then I heard rumors about West LA having one or starting one, but I haven't seen tents myself or heard anything from my people out at West. So, so it's only a handful of community colleges in the entire state.
And did you guys, obviously Occupy LA got evicted a couple of days ago. Did you guys learn anything from that?
Well, me and my right hand, we were over there. It was pretty crazy what we decided, because we were pretty down and going like, yeah, we'll get arrested for the cause. But as soon as we got there, we started seeing like it wasn't peaceful at all. Like, it was like you could feel the chemicals in the air, and like it was bad. So we were like, okay, if we want to change something, we gotta focus on what we have and like come over here bringing ideas. We've been getting ideas from Occupy. Members from over there that started the occupation come down here, and there was actually someone today that told us that people are planning to come over here, and we're taking students that are from here went to Occupy LA, and they're bringing in ideas. So I think like maybe in a week we'll be expanding and having even bigger ideas, bigger organizations, and like.
Well, that brings us to my next question. Do you think so? Since Occupy LA got evicted, do you think that the movement's over, or do you think it's gonna spread?
The plan with Occupy LA, as far as I know, is that they're gonna occupy different places and it's gonna be spreading. I heard they're in Manhattan right now, but the Manhattan Beach, I think. Yeah, so they're over there and they're planning to come over here. They want to occupy like the front of one of the banks over there. So it's gonna spread. They just kicked them out from their where it was established in the beginning, but I think they shouldn't have done that, because now they're just gonna scatter.
Also, more importantly, that the Occupy movement's occupying people's minds now. Mm-hmm. The discussion of like I said, the top 1%, only 43% of the wealth, is being discussed way more in the last 2 months. Mm-hmm. than it has in the last 30 years. Talking about taxing the rich and the very wealthy is a discussion in dinner tables across the country now. Is it right how we distribute funds and how we collect revenue for not only the state but the entire country? So we're absolutely changing the discourse, or the Occupy movement has changed the public discourse and the public discussion nationwide. So, like I said, we're regardless if there's a physical location, it's occupying people's minds now.
And have you guys been utilizing your social media? Because I finally saw you guys on Facebook last night. Are you guys on other outlets as well?
We have a Tumblr and Twitter. I'm not really sure. I'm not really savvy when it comes to social networking. So we have people here that are. I know they've been keeping updating the pictures, the page, and out of that, like high schools like Garfield are coming over and they're bringing their classes. We're gonna start with that next week. So that's pretty exciting. So
you guys are actually reaching out to high school students as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the promotional things that we did was during the East LA Classic, the yearly game against Roosevelt and Garfield. We had the community come to us here at East LA College, so we made flyers, and we went out there and we passed out flyers letting the community know what's going on, because those are the future students of ELAC. They'll be the ones coming here. They'll be the ones paying 46 and above if these fee hikes keep raising. They'll be the ones not being able to add classes or get classes a year or 2 years from now. So that was one of the first things we did, because one of our goals has always been to educate the greater public about what's going on, and especially what's going on in community colleges with the $400 million in cuts throughout the state. It's made it very difficult. It's made what is supposed to be a 2-year institution into a 3- and 4-year institution for many of these students.
That's a really good comment. Okay, so final question. Have they given you guys an actual day, like when you guys have to leave?
We have a permits, kind of like, it was a day-by-day kind of thing, but I think they're allowing us to stay here till January 1st, and from there, we plan to ask for an extension, which I doubt we'll have any trouble since we are progressing and we have stuff to show, so we'll probably hopefully be here till March.
Okay, and then is there anything you want like the mass media to know? You guys want to take this opportunity to say anything?
Well, yeah, no, basically that community colleges is basically the main portal of secondary education, post-secondary education for low-income and minority students. So it's so important to keep these classes open, to keep education affordable and accessible, because for every dollar that they spend on community colleges, the general fund in California gets $4 back. So it's an investment into not only into community colleges, but into our state and into our community, into our society. So that's what we're fighting for, and that's why it's so important to fight for it.
Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, we're just basically echoing on what he said, to try to keep education affordable, because we are the future. We are the ones that will eventually make all the decisions. So why not have us educated and ready for this? So yeah, keep our schools affordable.
All right, thank you for your time, guys.
Thanks,
Alex.
No problem.